It was a quiet night in Lake Town when Bard noticed a golden light.
There are a lot of lore videos that say incorrect things
His
too.
men
So
thought gold was flowing from the mountain, but Bard knew it was dragon fire.
oh, this is where the dragon gets killed. They skipped the part about the old thrush telling Bard the weakness, or Bilbo telling the dwarves at least. Aragorn's amazing, yeah, absolutely, 100%. Love the character. He's not my favorite Tolkien character, but he's great.
Arrows splintered against the dragon's scales. The townspeople fled. As Bard knocked the black arrow, the thrush whispered to him and told him what Bilbo saw.
But how did the thrush hear it when Bilbo hasn't said it to anybody? I mean, of course he said it to Thorin in the book, but they skipped over that part.
Black arrow. Go now.
By the way, there is a non-zero chance that Bard and Theoden are related. Yeah, so that's pretty much how it went in the book.
3 days later, the ancient raven Rohok told the dwarves Smaug was dead, and that the men and wood elves were sending armies to claim a share of the treasure. Thorin sent Rohok.
The movie version of Frodo came off as a little bit weak compared to the book version. That might be why you hear that a lot. Frodo was a lot fiercer and a lot more brave in the book. In the movie, he tended to be carried around a lot, if you noticed. But yeah, I think that's why you hear that. I mean, you hear a lot of people go off of what they know from the films, like, they say, oh my god, Denethor was a terrible person. Well, no, that's just the movie version of Denethor, The Gathering of the Clouds. Okay.
Here you are, Bilbo. The first payment of your reward. A mithril vest. A powerful object forged for an elf prince long ago. No less than you deserve for your help in this quest. And now I
We'll talk about Mithril in a little bit.
The Arkenstone, the heart of the mountain.
I can't believe this
Locked
part.
in the treasury. Find a way into the treasury and bring me that stone. You will need to open those doors first. Talk to Oin and see what help you can give him. I would trade all the riches in these halls for that one jewel, Mr. Baggins. Bring me the Arkenstone.
So just imagine if in the film version of The Fellowship of the Ring, instead of being carried to Rivendell on a horse by Arwen, instead it was a different elf. It was Glorfindel, and he didn't carry him. He gave Frodo his horse and then told him, if the Nazgul start attacking, don't try to fight them, just run. Because you're the only one that's important. You have to survive. The rest of us don't matter. And then when the Nazgul do attack, Frodo stands his ground and he says, "O Elbereth Githoniel," to them, and raises his sword up high. It doesn't go well for him, but that's how brave he was, Got to talk about Mithril, and we got to talk about the Arkenstone. So Mithril is interesting. The linguistics of it are really interesting. Myth means gray, and Ril, like in Anduril, it means brilliance. Most often referring to something like a sunset. But anyway, so brilliant, gray, essentially it means silver. Although the dwarves call it true silver, because there's ordinary silver, and then there's mithril. Mithril is the elvish word for it. And the coat that he gets is made out of mithril, and it's not actually all that important to the plot of The Hobbit, which is interesting. It never really helps him, but it was a really good thing that Tolkien wrote that, because it becomes very important for Frodo in The Lord of the Rings to have that coat, The old translation of Final Fantasy called it silver. Yes, they changed it from silver to mithril in the later translations. And what's interesting, though, is that they tend to... A lot of video games tend to spell mithril with a Y, which I actually like that because it contains the word myth. But yeah, myth in this sense, M-I-T-H, it means gray. The Arkenstone, though, so all of the adaptations of the Hobbit get this wrong. They all act like the Arkenstone is this incredibly important object. Even the 1964 movie that was 13 minutes long, Smaug actually got killed by the Arkenstone in that one. The Arkenstone is a gem that Thorin favors. He really likes it. And while they're going through all the treasure, Bilbo finds it, and he decides to keep it for himself. Because he also fancies it. And Thorin is looking... He's sort of going crazy looking for it. And he starts kind of losing his mind a little bit around all this treasure. He starts to get what they call the dragon sickness. And what happens is that Bilbo eventually gives the Arkenstone to Bard and Thranduil so that they could use it as a bargaining chip to get some of the treasure that they absolutely do deserve, but Thorin is unwilling to even talk to Thranduil. He would never send Bilbo to specifically look for the Arkenstone. That's sort of ridiculous. But Bilbo does find the Arkenstone in the book, so there is that. What? Oh, that's great that as I'm jumping, it decides to give me a loading screen with a hint. The sealed casks in the Lonely Mountain contain useful items, but their spells of opening are long forgotten. Break them open so their treasures can aid the quest. Alright. Oh, I'm not trying to do that. Can I? Yeah, I don't think that's a... Here's Owen.
Open these doors, but I can't figure out how. It involves these blocks, but I'll be...
But you know what?
If I can figure it out.
Rakusin, you're absolutely right. You don't have to be this amazing, fantastic swordsman to be brave. Look at Sam. Who is braver than Samwise? Okay, we're gonna have to figure out how to open those doors. Okay, I think this is... Okay, so these are the dwarf runes, and you can see there what they're supposed to look like. So we have to get the missing piece and push it into there. Now what's interesting is that this actually looks very similar to the G rune, although the G rune would have two branches coming off of it. But if you notice in the YouTube chat, like if you see Coyote and a few other people have those G runes, those are my members. Oh, didn't mean to waste a rock. Braver than Clucky the Chicken? I don't know who Clucky the Chicken is, but... Alright, so I think I need to... I have to find the right one. Okay, this actually looks like... Well, I don't know. I can't turn them, so... To be fair, the Barrow Daggers were actually found by Tom Bombadil. And it does evolve, yes. It evolves over time. I think we just have to find the correct one. Or there might be a way to turn those over. I don't really remember this part of the game all that well. There's a nice little antidote. Let's look around. Thorin. Yeah. I don't think there really would have been a statue of Thorin in there, although that might be Thorin the First. Thorin Oakenshield is actually Thorin the Second. That might be Thorin the First.
Owen is supposed to be opening these doors, but he's having a time of it.
The music is relaxing. I do enjoy it quite a bit. Oh, I'm full up on rocks? Okay.
I'm supposed to be in the water room, but I can't open this door. Talk to my brother Owen about opening these doors.
By the way, if you speaking of Gloin and Oin, earlier Gloin mentioned his brother. His brother. I'm sorry, he mentioned his father, Groin. And you think, well, that's a funny name, Groin, you know, like a body part. Tolkien sometimes made names that sounded kind of funny like that, and he didn't really care. Of course, Galadriel's husband is the perfect example. He was called Celeborn, which means silver tree, but that's in Quenya, even though he's a Sindar elf. If in the Sindarin language, it would be Teleporno, which is a little unfortunate for a name, but, you know. He pretty much exists to be Galadriel's arm candy anyway, so. Thror, that would be Thorin's grandfather. Because he's Thorin, son of Thrain, son of Thror. Alright, there has to be a way to flip these. Because it's not like I can just... If I just push them in there like that, it's wrong. Oh, well, Shakespeare wrote a lot of comedies, so absolutely, 100%. We just had a conversation not super long ago on the Council of Tolkien podcast about the similarities between Tolkien and Shakespeare and Old English writings like Beowulf. Thrain, yeah. I don't... Oh, wait. I think... Hold on. Alright. Am I headed towards the front door? I just want to definitely get the lay of the land here before I do anything crazy. I don't want to fall in the water, though. I don't remember exactly how to do this. But it looks like I do have to go this way. Well, I don't need rocks. Very, very close to a level up.
I need to get into the treasury, but I can't open these doors. Go talk to Oin and see if he has any ideas.
Not very helpful, Ori. Alright. Durin! I don't know which Durin this would be. Durin, in the Dwarvish language, it means king. The very first dwarf ever was called Durin the Deathless. They called him the Deathless because he lived to be about 2,500 years, which is incredibly long for a dwarf. As a matter of fact, out of these 13 dwarves, the one that lives the longest is Dwalin. He was about 340 years old when he died. But, yeah. Durin is also believed to reincarnate into his own line several times, and there's a character that's introduced a little bit later in The Hobbit, which is Thorin's cousin, Dane. Dane, the second Ironfoot, who becomes king under the mountain after Thorin dies, and his grandson, well, he names his son Thorin the Third Stonehelm, but then his grandson is Durin the Seventh, the Last, and he's the guy that actually manages to take back Moria and reestablish it. Who's the oldest elf? Círdan. Círdan is the oldest elf. In Middle-earth, at least.
Doors, but I can't figure out how. It involves these blocks, but
If we're talking about
if I can figure it out.
in the Undying Lands as well, it would be, I mean, the very first elf, Imin. Oh, I already saw Durin's statue. Okay, well, there's more of these. The thing is, I mean, they don't look like they would work if I was to... Let me just try pushing one of these in here. I don't know how to... I mean, obviously this isn't going to work. Yeah. I didn't think so. There would have to be a way to flip them over, but I don't know how to do that. Yeah, we're back at the start, Thorin. Okay, yeah, I'm a little stumped here. I don't remember... I know it has to do with pushing the blocks into that, but I don't remember, exactly how to do that. Let me just see if there's another spot that has those. It might have to do with those buttons that were over in this direction. But this is asking me to use an item. I don't think you can. I would try, but I don't think that's... I don't think you can. Oh, hey, Laurel, how's it going? I'm a little stuck. I'm in Erebor right now. And I don't remember how to do this one puzzle. Yeah, that would topple the blocks, but I don't think you can push them that way. I'm gonna try it, though, just because I'm... You know, when you start getting stuck, you start, Yeah, elves don't just live a long time, Moogle, they live forever. Their lifespan is the lifespan of the world. Yeah, it won't push that way. There's gotta be a way to turn them. I've been around this and I've talked to all the dwarves. Let me talk to Oin again and see if he has a new idea for me. Wait, wasn't he up here? Oh. Oin!
I need to open these doors, but I can't figure out how.
Very useful, Oin.
These blocks, but I'll be burned if I can figure it out.
I can't figure it out either.
I need to open these doors.
Yeah, he said he does. All right, he knows it involves the blocks. Just not. Here's an idea that's just crazy enough to work. It's not treating me poorly today, that's for sure. I mean, I did have sushi. No, okay. I thought, what if I just topple them off of the edge there, but that didn't work. Alright, well, this is where we go to the... and I've played through this game before, but I don't remember. This is where I go to the internet and I find out how to do it. What is this called? Not the Clouds Burst, but... I don't remember what this level's called. I think it's Gathering of Clouds. Well, I don't want to watch a video though. I found a guide. This is the second to last level. There's only one level after this. Alright, here we are. Gathering of the Clouds. Let me read this. Oh, apparently you can just press the A button to flip the, Jobs, bro, jobs. What? What's up, Samflo? Apparently you could just press the A button to flip the, Maybe if I grab it and then hit A... Oh, there we go. Alright. Okay, this looks promising. So you have to be holding it and then you hit A. This looks like it might go on the right side. There we go. At no point did the game tell me that you could flip the blocks with the A button. I don't know if this is correct, but... No, it's not correct. It looks kind of correct, but it's not. Okay, this might be more like it. You hold the block. Exactly. Block and jump. Yeah. Yeah, I already found that, but thank you. This looks right. There we go. We got that one. All right. And the other one is, I think it's a C rune. All right. Yeah, I googled it as well. That's how I found it. All right, I think like this. All right, and then okay, that looks right. Let's push it in. That looks correct. Link never had to do this. Got it. Did that open the door? No, it did not.
I need to get into the treasury, but I can't open these doors.
No. That had to have opened something, right? I mean, they're both in there. Alright, now we have to figure out what that did. It must have opened at one door or another, not that one. Or that one. Well, hold on, I do have that walkthrough open. Let me look and see what it says. Oh, there's another set of blocks to do. Okay. I don't know where they are, but I'll find them. Do, do, do. There's a level up. Oh boy. Alright, never mind that. Probably somewhere over here. Because this is the other side. Yep, here we go. Okay. Okay, that's look similar to a K and an R. Obviously, that's not what they are, but let's see if we can find the what we need. Okay, that looks like it's part of the R. Not quite. More like that. Okay. They just look like K's and R's. Not King K rule? Indeed not. We got it. Alright. Yeah, let's see if I can see this one. That'd be more of a straight line. There it is. Plop that like that. Yep, definitely old school indeed. And then if I just pop it like this, there we go. That should do it. Well, that door opened. And so did that one. And that one. And that one. And that one. And that one. Okay. All the doors have opened.
This is the way to the old treasure chamber. That
wretched dragon took the grandest hall of our kingdom and befouled it for 200 years.
Okay, so my streams on Twitch, they're every day, but the Tolkien streams for YouTube are almost every Thursday. The game that I want to do after, and it's not always gaming streams. Next Thursday, I won't be streaming Tolkien stuff, so in 2 weeks, on the 3rd, I'll be doing my live show with 2 other guys where we have our podcast, and then on the 10th, I'll be reading the Two Towers to you guys, and then on the 18th, I'll be playing another game. Probably the one after this is going to be the Fellowship of the Ring. Random basket? I don't know what you're referring to. Oh, not going that way. I want to go, I think, this way. A basket? Let's check out in here. Okay, this is the forge. Obviously, we're not going to find the Arkenstone in here, but... Oh, there's spiders! Jeez. And I'm poisoned. I'm probably just going to get poisoned again. So, yeah, the other streams are, like I said, usually either reading streams, where we're reading one of the Tolkien books and analyzing it and going over the lore and everything, or we're having a roundtable discussion, like the Council of Tolkien. And we have a Discord if you're interested, and the schedule will always be on there. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Oh, I don't know what that was exactly, to be honest with you. I think it might have been a gear or something. Alright. Yeah, this is the forge. I remember having to do stuff out there. Maybe we should just go for the Arkenstone first, because that's my current objective, instead of putzing around in the forge. Because I do remember having to do stuff in the forge. As a matter of fact, I remember getting stuck there. Alright, so there is combat in the level. I didn't remember there being spiders, but there are spiders. Shelob's little children. By the way, a little fun trivia. Let's see if anybody in the chat knows. What does the word Shelob mean? Oh, not there. I gotta get across the others. You know what? I should just go beyond that door and go up the other way. Yeah. So that's also not... This one here is not where the Arkenstone is. But I want to get a sense of what it is. That's the water room. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to go there yet. We should probably just try to find the Arkenstone right away. You're right! Yeah. She, as in lady, and Lob is spider. Oh, well, cool. We'll see you over there. So, yeah, she, obviously she. Lob is sort of an old word. Not Old English, but Old Modern English word for spider. So, yeah, it's literally... She doesn't actually have a name. It's just, that's the gear room. Yeah, I think that thing you saw was a gear for the gear room. She doesn't really have a name. She has a title, Lady Spider. Her mother was named Ungoliant. Now, for 5,000 imaginary points, let's see if anybody knows what Ungoliant means. Treasury. Okay, so the Arkenstone will be in here. It looks like there's going to be spiders. I see webs. Oh, I hate getting poisoned in this game. Cave? No. It's something way cooler than cave. Ungoliant. It means Gloomweaver. Oh, I blocked the attack and I still got poisoned? Hardly seems fair. The rupees there, Moogle, are actually called courage points in their experience. She didn't eat all her children, no. She probably ate her mate. Oh, I went the wrong way. She probably ate all the lovers she had, but she loves her last daughter. But yeah, it's girls. You're a little behind, Kite. Girl Spider is Sheila. I was asking about Ungoliant. Yeah, Ungoliant is oh, or maybe not. It looked like there was a dwarf up there. Is Gloomweaver.
Treasure behind those doors is worth more than all the Shire.
I guess he got ahead and...
To open the treasure chamber, you'll need a new key. The original was broken when Smaug looted these halls. Go to the forge and ask Bifur to make a new one.
So now we go to the forge.
The key, you need to expose the keyhole. Each of those chains lowers that column a bit. You need to pull all 4 chains to lower the keyhole all the way.
Actually, that's not entirely true, Almighty Santa. The 4 Swords games didn't have rupees in them either. All right, so let's go to the forge then. All right, now we know where the forge is, and I already killed some of the spiders there. I love the bagpipes here. This area is associated with dwarves, and you know, some people have decided that dwarves are Scottish, which is fine by me, and bagpipes are Scottish, or at least they're Celtic. She would have eaten the ring. Sheila doesn't care about power, that's the thing, because the ring is power. She doesn't care about power, she only cares about food. Is it food? If not, she doesn't care about it. Alright, forge was back in this direction. I mean, imagine if Melkor actually fed Ungoliant the Silmarils. That would have been horrific, because it would have burned her from the inside out. Is that the forge? I think that might be the forge. I don't know, that's got stairs going up. This might be the water room. Let me see what it says. Water room. The forge is across here then. Bagpipes were invented in the Middle East? Really? That is interesting. I did not know that. But they certainly associated with a lot of Celtic and Gaelic cultures. Must have been a Napon in the past. I was he Heropon Ricky very cool. That's also the water room. I gotta do my Ricky voice for Kana at one point or another, since I mentioned that I could do it. Rain, press button, not very clever. Alright, here's the forge. I'm guessing the spiders aren't gonna respawn. The only level that has respawning enemies is the Battle of 5 Armies. The last level. The clouds were... Alright, so I gotta find Bifur. Where is he at? Thought he might be up here. You know, Moogle, somebody asked me recently what shape the Silmarils were in. Actually, it was Laurel that asked me what shape the Silmarils were and how big they were. And I wanted to find any kind of excuse to say they were sort of rupee shaped, but unfortunately my research led me in a different direction. And this is just another exit out? Okay. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, they're mostly associated with Scotland, but there were a lot of Celtic and Gaelish communities that used bagpipes in the past. All right. Oh, there he is. There's Bifur. Let me save it though. We found. This is a very long level. I don't think we're finishing this today, but. I mean, I don't think we're finishing the game today.
This is nothing like any forge I've ever seen.
Let me just grab that. Okay. Oh, sorry, Bifur.
You've got to get the bellows working before you can use the forge. Try the water.
There were giants in Middle
I'm
Earth.
sure Gloin can tell you what to do. The fire needs to be lit. When the fire and the bellows are working,
Remember that level where there were rocks being thrown at us by giants? Well, I didn't listen to what he was saying. I was answering Moogle.
You must get the bellows working before
Get the
you
bellows
can use
working.
the forge. Talk to Gloin in the water.
Gotta go back to the water room and talk to Gloin. Alright. Yeah, they're sending me all over the place. Fetch quests. Fetch quests. If I just do some long jumps to speed things up a bit. Maybe I should have gone out the other way. There's probably a fresh batch of spiders there, but... Alright, he said water room. Talk to Gloin in the water room. I believe the water room is accessed through either of these side doors. But yeah, there were absolutely giants. There were two types of giants. There were stone giants, also known as just giants of the mountain. And alright, well, we hope to see you again. And there were the tree giants, the forest, the treants. Erebor. So, that's not a guy named Erebor. Erebor just means lonely mountain. You must walk through Erebor to get to its heart. Oh, this is... We have to do the runes, right? Alright, hold on. Oh, I don't have my phone to take a picture, do I? Well, I could probably just bring it up in another window. Alright, I have the alphabet up. The Tekendel runes. Ooh, Kuzdu. Let me make sure. Yeah, okay, so that's accurate. Let me... I could have just grabbed my copy of The Hobbit and done that, but this is... this is also working. Move that over there. Well, that would be the stone giants. That would be the stone giants. Okay, so we have to start at E, which actually kind of ironically looks like an N. So that's this one there. Oh, wait, well. E. And then the R... The R is kind of like an up arrow. So we can see it right here. Okay, and then another E, which there's one there. Ere. Bor. B is the one that looks like an R. I see one over there. So that's the B. The O is like an upside down. Oh, I screwed it up. Let me go ahead and... Oh. Reset it. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so E, R, E. Alright, so E. Okay, on Bilbo. R. And E. And then the B is all the way back here. The O is like an upside down V. And then I need the R, which looks like, well, it's another up arrow. Where is there another R? Oh, right there. Erebor! We did it. Okay.
This must be the room that powers the rest of the kingdom.
Now, I mean, how did you get in here, Gloin?
This room, it's most ingenious. These canals direct water into each room.
How did he get in here?
Those that exit the front power functions in other rooms of the mountain. Those that go out the side, well, I don't know what those do exactly. Use those switches to direct the water where you will. The real trick is to get all the canals active at once.
Well, we have to get it... I remember this. We have to get it to the forge. This is a big puzzle. So, that would be... Well, I guess these are both the forge, because I'm seeing a bellows and hammer. He wanted me to get the bellows active. He teleported. Well, I mean, he would know how to spell out Erebor, but why would he close the door behind him, right? I don't remember how to start this puzzle, but we'll figure it out. So that would be the treasury, and that would be the gear room. Alright. I just have to find the place where I actually activate the puzzle, and it looks like it would be up here, because usually these sort of indigo colored gems are showing you the correct path. Okay. So... well, this is the side that would get the water flowing to the gear room and the treasury. So let's see if we can do that. Panko breaded fried chicken sounds great. Okay, that opened a treasure. Oh, I see. Do I see? Alright, that should power the gear room. Oh, wait, no, I gotta get it over there. Alright. Well, why isn't it going through there? Oh, it is, okay. Alright, let's try this. It sounds like a donkey. Alright, that opened that one. Can I do it like that? I cannot. Okay, I can do it like that, though. Oh, that's almost correct. It'd have to come from the side. Okay. He said you can get them all at once. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay. Let's try it like... no, it has to be like that. Okay, alright. Maybe if I go like around to the... alright, so... go down. Here's how you do it. Ah, we got it. That's the gear room. I'll never get brunch. Oh, you watched that Return to La Grunta video as well, huh? Okay. It looks like it's quite dangerous to try to go back down now. Although, I can use this rope, right? No, I can't. Alright. I don't think I can go in this water. I think it's too deep for me. How am I going to do this now? I'll never get brunch. Let the man... Oh, there's a ladder here. Okay. Right. There we go. Alright. I was like, how did I get up here? I'll never get brunch. I should probably make a save at this point. That would be very smart. And done. Alright, let's see if we can get the other two going. Oh, wait. There's treasure chests, right? Where did they go? Let's see. Somewhere along the way, there's treasure chests. There's like two. They might be on that side. There's two of them. I would have thought they'd be over here. That might have been in a different room they were opening. I did, yes. This is interesting. Oh, but the ladder's broken here. Oh no. Alright, so I have to figure out how to get to the mechanism for that. I think it has to do with that, that platform that we saw, but it wasn't moving for whatever reason. So I certainly don't think I can jump that far. I think this thing would carry you there, but I don't know how to get it moving. Oh, yeah. Wonder if there's a letter opener, yeah. That you saw that guy in the background, he looked pretty taken aback when he heard what Peggy said. Alright, there's gotta be something that... Oh, this is the problem right here, I think. That gets that going. Let me see if that moves those platforms. It does not. Alright. I mean, this all looks correct. Unless there's a way to get this and that. Let's see if I can figure it out. No, it's not gonna work. Alright. Alright, let's see if I could do this. I'm kind of trying a different way of going about things here. Okay. Alright, and now let's see if I can also get this going. There would have to be a split that would let me do it, but... Yeah, she looked pretty much like what you would expect. Now, this isn't gonna work. That being a straight one doesn't help me. What if I was to send it down and then... Alright. That's almost correct. That is so close to being correct. All right. That looks like it's all correct. Right? Let me just test something. Well, it looks like it's all correct. Wait, let me double check it again. I can't imagine that being more correct. But this still isn't moving. Alright, let's look at the walkthrough again and see what I'm doing wrong. I think we have to do some stuff in... Yeah, I know, right? I think we might have to do some stuff in, like, the gear room. I think this is all I could do here for now. Because I need to get these things going. So that I could go over to the other side of the puzzle. But this is as solved as it's going to be right now. Yeah, it is indeed nice. It's like... It reminds me of Hollow Knight, actually, when you'd be near Cornifer and he'd be like... But yeah, I think the issue that I'm having is that I need to get those platforms moving. And I don't think that's done there. I think that might be done through the gear room. There's so many different things to do in this level. Oh, hey, Walter White, how's it going? Yep, we're in Outerbor. And you have a question about the dwarves. How powerful were the dwarf rings, and could a wizard wield one as Gandalf did Narya, the Ring of Fire? Well, we don't really know a lot about the dwarf rings. Obviously, they must have conferred some sort of power to the Dwarf Lords. However, it wouldn't be like Narya, because Narya was specifically made by Celebrimbor for the purpose of... I knew you were coming. Of course I got poisoned. Oh, let's not get killed. Of course I got poisoned again. Oh. Come on, what you got? Whew. Because the reason that Narya worked the way it did is because it was designed to work the way it did, you know? And all the other... How do I get out of this? There we go. All of the other rings of power, you know, Sauron had a hand in them. Okay, let's see.
Gears must power the lift system.
The lift system, okay, alright. Bomber should tell me what to do then.
Mechanical contraption is missing there, Bilbo. Can you help me find it?
Okay, I'm pretty sure I know where it is. Let's save it here. I used a lot of healing potions there, which is unfortunate, but... I'm pretty sure I knew where it was. It was that thing that Rakusin said looked like a basket. But let's just see if there's any items or anything to get in here while I while I'm in here. Especially since I've used up a lot of potions. So yeah, Narya seemed to be specifically for giving a person stamina and helping them to lead others, and that's why Círdan, who had the greatest foresight of all the elves in Middle-earth, gave it to Gandalf. People get very caught up in the whole Ring of Fire thing, thinking that it helped, you know, Gandalf with offensive capabilities. I thought I had opened these, but I guess that's a different one. But it was really called the Ring of Fire due to the fact that it had a ruby, a red gem. So I think the item that he's talking about is out in the main room. Come on. Whoa. I think we saw it when the camera panned around when I got all the doors open. Exactly. Exactly. So if you notice, the 3 elvish rings all sort of work differently. I think it's up on that pillar over there. What is Balin doing over here? Let's find out. Balin, why can't I talk to you? Oh, that's Thorin. My bad. I don't know why he's not saying anything, but... Okay. This looks promising. Gear belt! Okay, we got the gear belt. Oh, I didn't mean to take damage there. Interesting. Alright, let's go back to the gear room. Thorin's just standing in the middle of the waterway, not saying anything to me when I come near him. That's the treasury. I just noticed they have symbols that tell you. Here's the gear room. I just noticed the sigils. Alright, I think we've already taken care of the spiders here, so we don't have to worry about that. I don't know where to put it, but maybe Bomber will tell me.
Looks like some mechanical
We're gonna have to find out. Let me save it. We'll have to find out where the gear belt goes. Probably just by climbing down there and futzing about there. I don't know, to me all these contraptions look less dwarven and more orcish, but that's, you know. Yeah, I wish it wasn't glowing constantly, but it does look cool. The constant glowing's a bit of a bummer, but I guess they didn't want to go through the trouble of making a mechanic where it would not always glow. Well, I got all those courage points. Not sure where the gear belt goes, but I imagine I would have to climb up. Yeah, there's indigo courage points there. Whenever you see indigo...
Oh, these gears are broken.
It indicates... this is where you need to be. It's not prompting me to put anything in there, and he won't jump up on it, though. Oh, hey, boy. Hello from Germany, greetings from the United States. How are you today? Maybe I can jump to over there? Let me save it before I attempt any weird jumps here, because I'm not sure about this. Yeah, the glow should only be when there's goblins around, but, you know, what can you do? Yeah, it was a bad idea, but at least I didn't get hurt. Because he did comment on the gears being broken. I just need to find the proper spot that would, where he would be prompted to put the gear belt in. Let me try again to jump, but oh, that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. Come on, Bilbo. Where do I put the gear belt? Well, like I said, I do have that walkthrough up. Let me see if it tells me anything. It says place it at the top of the scaffold, so... But it's not prompting me to... Are there higher scaffolds? This looks like the top. Nowhere is it prompting me. There's nowhere... Oh! I had to press it. The prompt wasn't there, but I pressed B to try it. Okay, we got it going.
The king
All right.
under the mountain is coming alive again.
All right. And that's a level up. Can't see myself. All right. All right, let's get back to the water room. Sweet. Now those lifts should be able to take me to the other side of that puzzle. Let's definitely save it. The PC graphic is better. You have it on PlayStation 2. That's interesting. I'm actually playing this on the GameCube. Neither of those two. What's interesting is that after I'm done with this game, I am planning on dedicating a little bit of time to streaming the Fellowship of the Ring, which was done by the same developers. But there's sort of two different versions of it. And it's really interesting because there's the PlayStation 2 version, which is the one I'm going to play. There's also an Xbox version. And everybody says the Xbox version is way better, but I don't have a way of playing it, unfortunately. Alright, to the water room. I don't normally go through this side, so there might be spiders. I'll have to be careful. I still have 9 potions. Looks like there's no spiders. Okay. And thankfully, I don't have to solve the Erebor puzzle again. Alright, we'll save it again. Even though I just did. But yeah, I'm playing this on the GameCube, just because it was sort of like the most accessible version for me. And those pulley platforms should be moving now. Not in the direction I want, but I guess I'd have to ride it all the way around. Oh, they're fast, huh? Alright. Key mold. Alright, we got the key mold. That's for the forge, but we don't have to worry about that just yet. Oh, that's kind of high up, huh? How am I going to get on one of those? I didn't realize they were so high up. Oh, well. Yeah, you know, because they are two different games, maybe what we'll do is... Oh, this is bad. Or maybe if I just kind of go through this way. Do the PlayStation 2 version, and then at some point in the future, maybe go back and do the Xbox version, but... Yeah, I don't think I was supposed to ever get off of that. But this looks like a spot where I might be able to get back on it. Nope, it's still too high up. Alright, well I found my way over to the gear room. Oh, shit! Shoot, 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 shoot. I was looking at chat. Ah, I hate it, that you could block the attack and still get poisoned. Favorite place in Middle-earth to live? Either the Shire or Lindon. If they allowed me to live in the Shire, I would live there. Although in the 4th Age, it got a little dicey with... They didn't want big people there, right? But, Lindon, by the sea, just west of the Shire. You could visit the hobbits, you could visit the dwarves, you know, I think that would be a great place. I gotta find a way to get back on those platforms. I don't... oh, okay, camera. If I could just find a place that it wouldn't be so bad to drop down. Oh, there's a rope over there. Hold up. Let's see. Alright, this is bringing me down. Alright, because I made a mistake in getting off of that thing like that. I should have ridden it all the way around until it took me back into the room. Alright, well, we took care of more spiders. It isn't a completely different game, just an expanded version. That's interesting. The graphics certainly look extremely different. There was a review I looked at on YouTube once that said it was very different, but maybe I need to look at it a little closer. But the plan has always been to do it on PlayStation 2 when we get to it. I've never played that game, so that would be a completely blind playthrough. Alright, so I think we need to ride the thing all the way around, which might take a bit, but... hopefully we have enough time in today's stream to finish up this level, and then the next time we'll do the Battle of 5 Armies. You know, what's called the Clouds Burst. You know. As you might imagine, the last level's pretty long as well. So I guess we'll stay on the thing and then wait for it to take me over to the other side. Instead of doing what I did. I hopped off because I saw items to collect. Yeah, it would be Lindon. Interesting thing, Walter. Hold on, let me go grab something for you. I want to show you... there's 2 things I'm going to grab since we were talking about this, because I had a conversation... Actually, I'm going to get up and go to the bathroom real quick, and I'm going to bring back something special to show you. Because I had a conversation exactly like this with my friend Matt Richardson, one of my co-hosts on the Council of Tolkien. I'll be right back. You know what? Let me put the screen up. Okay, I'm back. Let's get myself situated here. Okay, so we're back. I wanted to show you something. Actually, let me use a different screen. Let me use this one. So I had a very similar conversation with Matt about what realm in Middle-earth would you choose to associate yourself with and to live in. And I said Lindon And the reason that we were having this conversation, I didn't know it at the time, was that Matt had become friends with a guy who goes by online by Will Whitfoot, who you might recognize the name from The Lord of the Rings, the Mayor of the Shire. And he runs a company called Shire Post. And they make things like stamps and coins and things like that. And they have the license to do this from the Tolkien estate and everything. And Matt was getting a whole bunch of these coins to send out to people associated with different realms. So, for example, Sid wound up getting Rivendell, and Laurel got Rohan, and, you know, it went like that. Matt himself chose Mordor. My pick was Lindon. But unfortunately, they don't make any coins having to do with Lindon or the Grey Havens or anything. So we had to go with my second pick, which was the Shire. So I have this coin here. This is a coin from the Shire, which you could see there's a willow tree design. It's not focusing all that well, but there you have it. But the really cool thing is, because Will Whitfoot liked what we do so much, he decided to send us something very, very special. Oh, it's not going to show up, is it? You can kind of see the design if I tilt it. That is a coin from Angband. It has Melkor's crown on it with the Silmarils, and on the back is Calagon the Black perched on top of a... It's hard to see. If you come on the Discord, I'll show you better pictures of it. But anyway, there's those coins are rare. They're so rare because the very day that they were put up for sale, the Tolkien estate contacted Shire Post and told them you can't use Morgoth. Treason of Isengard game, I heard about that. Yep, I heard about that. Unfortunately, the developer wasn't doing so well financially, but I did hear about that. Because they wanted to call it the Treason of Isengard to differentiate it from EA's Two Towers game, which was based on the film. Oh, that's not it. I need to go here. Okay. So yeah, those Morgoth coins, only 100 of them were minted, and only 15 of them actually went out to anybody. I do have one. They're actually not... You're not supposed to own those. Thank you for the follow. You're not supposed to have them. The Tolkien estate gets very angry for people owning those coins, but I couldn't resist it. It's the rarest Tolkien collectible there is. So, you know, if they offer to send me something like that, I'm going to say yes. Okay, Wait. Alright, go through here. I want to get to back to the water room and pop off on the first platform, not the second one. Okay, this is the main room.
My, what a sight!
Who would want to live in Mordor? It wasn't that Matt would want to live in Mordor, was that he let everybody pick their realms and Mordor was the one that was left. Is it here that I'm hopping off? Oh, no, this is the forge. Oh, I didn't mean to... Okay, wait, no, I could pick it up here. I could pick it up here. Get on there, Bilbo. Oh, God. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if you're in the Discord, but if you are, I can post better pictures for you. The webcam doesn't pick them up too well because it's trying to focus on me. Alright, we're back in the water room. That platform, because the ladder to this platform is broken, so there we go. And I got me Master Jump Tactics with the sword, which means it powered up that attack. Oh, wow! Alright, here's our second puzzle. And there's a Discord link if you're interested. Yeah, the sword jump attack got a big boost, huh? Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. Alright, that opened something in the gear room. Cursed be the black foe Morgoth. Alright, this is fine. I don't think I'm gonna bother going up there to get that. To be honest, the treasure chests are not really... Yeah, you know what? No, I have to do it this way. Alright. I don't think the treasure chests are that important. Oh, I didn't do it right. So then it has to be like this. Alright, we got that. The bellows are going, which was my goal. But we might as well also get this going. So because it's like that, I have to approach it from down here. It's an easy puzzle once you don't care about the treasure chests. Well, you know what, Almighty Senna? Even though he didn't ask that, I can't answer it. There is something in the Fellowship of the Ring. Bit of a controversial scene, actually, very early on, that the fandom generally refers to as the thinking fox. Because the lore goes that as Frodo and Sam and Pippin are sleeping by the side of the road, a fox comes up to them and sniffs them, and then has thoughts about three hobbits sleeping by the side of the road so far from a town in the Shire, and then scurries off. And the question is, if the primary storytellers, which were Frodo and Sam, and Pippin was there as well, were all asleep, how did they know that a fox approached them and sniffed them? And certainly how they would know what the fox was thinking. And that's sort of a rare example of strange omniscient narrative in the Lord of the Rings, which we can chalk up to being, you know, the bit of unreliable narration. And I've said that The Hobbit is probably about 50% true. That's the gear room. Is it? I need the forge. 50% true. 50% of it happened the way that Bilbo says it happened. That's the treasury. And then the other 50% was Bilbo exaggerating or possibly just making things up. Whereas they say the Lord of the Rings is probably more like 95% true. And you say, well, what is the 5% that isn't true? 100% it would be things like the Thinking Fox. Yeah, there are definitely a focus on wolves. There were the werewolves and the wargs. There was a great werewolf named Karkaroth. Shoot. Ah, I really didn't want to get hit. Oh, I powered up that attack. Gonna die. I should just throw rocks at them instead of trying to fight them with my sword. But they came out of nowhere and I wasn't prepared. I thought I'd been through this before. I'm running low on medicine. As a matter of fact, Moogle, if you watch my YouTube show, episode 114, which is available right now for members, will be available next Wednesday for everybody else, has a whole bit about Beren and Luthien and the werewolf Karkaroth, as well as Beren hiding under the skin of a werewolf. Marenitar means Darkness Slayer, yes. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, late in life, Tolkien's thoughts on the Blue Wizards was that they were doing a lot of good work in walking amongst Sauron's people and fermenting revolutions and, dissent in the ranks. So that they did important work.
The fire still needs to be lit. Once the flame is hot and the bellows are working, the forge can be used.
Well, I guess we gotta use this thing, right? No, that's not quite it yet, no. It looks like the game wants me to go down this way, though. I remember this part, kinda. Blue Wizard needs food badly, yes. From Gauntlet. Oh, come on, Bilbo. Don't you know how to use a ladder? The Blue Wizards are certainly some of the most mysterious characters. There's a lot of imagination regarding them due to that. Personally, I think there's room to believe that both of Tolkien's statements about the Blue Wizards were true, just at different times. Alright, so we got the fire thing going. At least we're not doing this to try to dump a whole bunch of molten gold on the dragon. That would be really dumb. Just saying. I don't think I need these. Alright. Alright, now I should be able to get this going, right? Okay, the problem is there's no minecart on there. I think we need to get a minecart on there. Let me talk to Bifur again.
Now that everything is working, you need a mold of the treasury key before you can use the forge.
Oh, I would love to see that.
The treasury key mold is kept by the throne.
I have the
You
key
need to
mold.
find some way to lower the throne if you wish to forge a new key.
Wait, say that
Now
again?
that everything is working, you need a mold of the treasury key
I have
before
that.
you can use the forge. The treasury key mold is kept by the throne. You'll need to find some way to lower the throne.
Lower the
if you wish
throne?
to forge a new key.
I mean, I have the key mold. I know that. Where does it show that? Get the first throne key, get the treasury key. There's somewhere where it shows the items that I've picked up in the... but I don't see it. I'm not sure what he's talking about. Yeah, I would love to see it. I can't look at it right now, but I will reply to you later regarding that. He's talking about a throne and lowering a throne. I mean, I remember finding the key mold. I'm pretty sure I have that. Let me look at this walkthrough again because it's getting late and I'd like to finish this level. Okay. To figure out... I need two molds. One is the upper level of the water room, and the other is the upper level of the center room on the side that the carts exit. Alright. I see. I see. Okay. Well, I could get on the carts from here. I know that. We got the one in the water room. I need to get the one in the center room. So there's two key molds. Oh, and I know exactly where to put them. Now I know that there's two. I know exactly where they go. Yeah, I would be happy to... If you have anything Tolkien related, I'm always going to want to see it, you know? so it said it's in the main room, but in a high up area that you have to ride this to. Well, this is the water room. We've already done this part. And I got the key mold here. Kind of went out of my way to get it. There's 2 key... I know, now that I know that there's 2, I know exactly where to put them. There were those buttons that asked me for items. Okay, here's the gear room. What a long level. It's wild. Hey, at least we got through 2 levels. There was that one stream where we only got through 1. Okay, so this is the main room? Okay. Alright, so I'm in this upper part of the main room. Hopefully this is the correct part of it. Oh, maybe not. This stuff over there, though, maybe I have to kind of... Alright, Bilbo, will you... Can you hang off of the thing? Oh, that's unfortunate. I only wanted him to hang off of the thing. Oh, I don't know when the last time I saved it was. Oh, dear. I wanted him to hang off the ledge. I'm back here. Oh, okay, that's right. I had just saved it. I said I don't remember when I saved it last. I just saved it just now. Well, I know there's a chest here. Might as well do that. Dang it. Well, I got a health potion out of the deal. That's how I would get back down, but that's not what I was looking to do. Let me read this again. Upper level of center room on the side that the carts exit. I think that was my issue. Okay, well it wouldn't be too bad to get back on the cart. It seems very easy to get to them from the forge room. I wonder if I'm supposed to bring all of those down. Oh, there's another health potion. That's good. Okay. Let's see if we can get back to the forge and do that properly. This isn't the forge. This is... I don't know what this is. I don't even see a symbol. I think this might be the treasury. Let me see what he says.
The treasure chamber, you'll...
Yeah, treasury. Oh, I'm actually in the treasury, aren't I? That's the problem. I'm not in the center room. I thought I was. Okay. That was my mistake. I thought it was the center room, and I got off, but I wasn't supposed to. That was actually the treasury. Alright, let's try that again. This time, I'm gonna save right before I get on the cart. That way I don't, I'll have a save to fall back on. Wait, isn't this the water room? Oh, I'm confused. I'm not seeing the symbols anymore for some reason. Yeah, it's the water room. Where the heck's the forge? For some reason, I'm not seeing these symbols anymore. Okay, that's the gear room. Here's the throne. This is where these things go. Yeah, I guess it goes in the other one. But I need both of them. Alright. That's weird that I didn't accept it, but... let me at the very least get the other one. Maybe you do need both of them to even try. I would have thought that would be it. Wait, this is the friggin'... oh, alright, well. That's not it either. I was trying to get to the forge and that's the water room. Oh. It's because I'm wanting to end kind of soon that I'm going to run into these kinds of problems, you know? Here's the forge. Okay, because this is the easiest place to catch a ride. Okay. Oh, I didn't save it. Let me save it. Let me pause and save it. Okay, in case I screw up again, it won't be a big deal. What is this? Oh, okay, whatever. It was a message from Twitch, but it didn't mean anything to me. Do 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 do. And this sounds like music from like Beetlejuice or something, right? Or you know what? Tales from the Crypt. Yeah, ba 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 ba. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like Tales from the Crypt. Okay, so the gear room. And the next one will be the treasury. Bilbo just casually playing with Sting here. Yeah, so this is actually the treasury. I should have realized it wasn't big enough to be the center room. Here. Dun, 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 dun. It's a... Alright, here we are. I just have to find... I think I see where I'm going. Right here. Yep, there's indigo ones here too. Alright, I'm sure there's going to be some spiders, so let me go ahead and save it. Oh, it looks like I actually saved over my old save. So now it doesn't matter where I save. It's not like I was going to access the old save anyway. I don't know why I was preserving it. That's a long jump, ain't it? Alright. Whoa! Got it. Alright. I don't see spider holes, so maybe we won't be attacked. Never mind. There's only one spider hole. Come on. Alright. Whew. Got it. Your sister just had a baby. Oh, you're an uncle. That's wonderful, Santa Cruz. If you could just, when I'm doing Tolkien streams, just make sure you don't curse. I think I got the item. I think I saw it. I think I got it. But that's wonderful. Wonderful news. Now how do I... Is there one of those? Yes, there is. Okay. Alright, so now... I'm in the right room. I think I just need to go over there, right? Let's see if I'm correct or wrong about this. They were talking about the throne and lowering it. Why is it not accepting it? That is the right symbol. I don't know what the issue is. Let me try the other one first then. Alright, I don't know what the issue is. It won't accept them. I think I have to pull those chains down, yeah. I think that's what it is. I have to pull those chains down, and I think I know which one I need to do. Alright, that's not too bad. Which way is the... It's this way. You never knew there was a Hobbit game? Yeah. This is actually before all the movies. There's actually 2 Hobbit games. There's this one and there's Lego The Hobbit. This one is actually based off of the book, not the movies. Because it was before all the Hobbit movies. But yeah. There was also an old text adventure game based off The Hobbit, but I'm sure you weren't thinking of something like that. But yeah, there was a what do you call it, a Lego game as well, which unfortunately only did the first 2 movies. This is on PS2 and GameCube. I'm playing the GameCube version. As for which year it came out, I'm not sure off the top of my head, but it was for GameCube. This game, this version at least. All right. It looks like I do need to pull all those chains down, and I think I know where there's one that I have to do. Probably right here. Actually, I don't see a chain here, but that's okay. Oh, thank you for that, Moogle. Just to... Well, it's already going to show up on the VOD, but that's okay. Alright. Okay, I was incorrect about this, but that's okay. I think I can drop down there pretty fine. Oh, well, my bad. My mistake. But that's okay. Hold on. Let me load my save that I admit. Okay. Alright. I think I know what I did wrong. How come I can't get out of this? Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, thank you, Moogle. You're doing the right thing. Just try to get at it quicker next time. Just during Tolkien streams. We got to keep it PG. Alright, so I gotta lower all those chains, I think. I did that one. And I did... I don't think I did that one. Oh, that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, that one's easy to get to. That one's very easy to get to. I don't need to... But I need to take this to the... I need to get the key mold again. I know, it was weird because I had both key molds, but it wasn't accepting them, even though I was, you know, matching the symbols and everything. So for whatever reason... For whatever reason, it wasn't accepting the key molds. I gotta save it more often. Okay, so I think the second key mold's like right over here. So we're just gonna pop off of there. If you ever need to do it, the quickest thing to do is to time out somebody for a single second. Let me save it, actually. That's all you'd have to do, is time them out for a second. But you could do it that way, but like I said, just try to get it quicker so it doesn't show on the VOD. That's okay, don't worry about it. It's not that big of a... It wasn't even spelled correctly. Alright, we know there's going to be spiders here. It's okay. Normally, you're having a great night. Normally, we allow all the cursing you'd want on Twitch. It's just because I'm also streaming on YouTube. Yeah, there's the key mold. I know there's going to be spiders. Come on. Come on out. Okay. Use the rocks. Use the... Oh. Don't die. Alright, the rock ain't working. Alright, and I'm cursing now. I have to edit. Let me make a note for myself to bleep myself there. Hold on. Making a note to myself. See, even I screw up. Why are there indigo ones over there? Okay. Now, I really don't know if it's because I haven't gotten all the chains done, but for whatever reason, it will not accept the key molds where I'm supposed to put them. Or maybe I need to go talk to Bifer first? Yeah, it just gives you that noise. But I believe... Let me go to the water room, though, because I think there is a chain there that I didn't do. I'd really like to finish this level. I only have 3 healing potions left. So we're in rough shape right now. I'll have to buy a bunch before the final level. Although the final level's... It's long, but it's not exactly all that hard from what I remember. Alright. It looks like that wasn't one of the special chains. Heck. Alright, let me read, because I had a thing that told me where the 4 chains were. So we have the second key mold. Oh, I actually have to forge the keys first. Okay, let's do that then. Before I put them in the throne. That was my mistake. Alright. I thought you put the molds in there and that's how you forge them, but that's not quite correct. Alright. Going late here today, I guess. That's okay. What happened to the Eagles after the Lord of the Ring? Did they leave Middle-earth too? We actually don't know the answer to that. I would imagine that because Tolkien's last thoughts on the Eagles were specifically that they were Maiar spirits. So I think they would leave Middle-earth unless, for whatever reason, Manwe wanted them to stay there as his eyes and ears. But how's it going, Anons? But yeah, that's not something that he ever really settled on with the Eagles. As you know, like early on, he was considering them to be Maya, and then he changed his mind that they were just birds of a higher order that had the gift of speech. But then late in life, according to the nature of Middle-earth, he considered them to be Maya again. I would think that they would wind up in the West. I mean, regardless of the fact that, you know, they definitely were immortals of some sort, because also according to the nature of Middle-earth, one of Thorondor's vassals was indeed, the ones that, you know, came to aid Beren and Luthien, was indeed Gwaihir. So, you know, he's been around since the First Age. Alright, let's see what Bifur has to say.
Now that everything is working, you need a mold of the treasury key before you can
We have
use
that.
the forge. The treasury key mold is kept by the throne.
We have that.
You'll need to find some way to lower the throne if you wish to forge a new
I have to
key.
lower the throne, but I... Okay. I think that involves the chains. He's talking about lowering the thrones. I don't think he's being accurate. The walkthrough is telling me something different. Can I just put that... Yeah, I can. Let's just do it like this. Okay, we got that one. Alright, cool. We could use it to one of those red-hot copper ball challenges. And let's put the other one in there. Fully automated, very nice. Alright, so those are what lowers the thrones. Hey, Bifur, what's good? Let's make a save here. Alright, I think we might actually be getting finally close to the end of Gathering of Clouds. Now, the real question about the eagles, and this is something that Tolkien never talked about, is what actually happened to Thorondor, the Lord of the original Lord of the Eagles. Did he go to the West at some point, and he's no longer in Middle-earth, and he left it to his son Gwaihir to be the Eagle Lord? Or did something else happen? Because there is no mention of Thorondor after the end of the First Age. I always interpreted that he probably died in the War of Wrath, but we don't really know for sure. But of course, if he was a Maya, that wouldn't be much of a problem for him. Alright, there we go. I thought this is where you use the molds, but I was incorrect. Alright, the throne lowers down. And we get another key mold. And a bunch of XP. So I'm guessing we'll have to make this into a third key. Let's do that. I mean, according to Moogle, what happened after that, maybe they won the Super Bowl. I do like this game, even with all its jank. I think I'll ever be bored of the Tolkien Legendarium? No, and I'll tell you why. Because it hasn't happened yet. Like, not even an inkling of boredom has cropped up. And as a matter of fact, since doing all the stuff on Quora and the YouTube channel and everything has really reignited the flame even more so than before. Oh god. And I'm dead. I didn't know there was going to be spiders there. That's okay, I don't have to go there. I just saw some pickups there that I wanted to grab. Is this before or after getting the keys? Let's find out. After. Cool. Okay. Alright, don't go to that section of the forge, because there's spiders there and I have very little health. So yeah, I don't think, like I said, I read The Hobbit in 1987? I think? I want to say 1987. That was the beginning of it. You know, I've read the Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings and the Silmarillion over and over and over again. And it's not like it's the only interest I have, obviously. But I don't think I'd ever get bored of it, just because there's always something to talk about. And especially with meeting people like Matt and Sid and Laurel and Dutch and all these guys, in finding new things to talk about, it's just very exciting to me. I appreciate the question, though, because that's like a legitimate question, you know, like... Sometimes things can wear thin after a time. But I found that the more I throw myself into it, the more I do, you know, like YouTube and Quora and all this stuff, the more I like it, the more I'm encouraged. Alright, so let's make this... Alright, don't go to that section of the forge unless you want to fight a bunch of spiders. And with very little health potions and antidotes and very little health right now, I'd like to avoid combat if necessary. I'd way rather fight orcs than spiders. Way rather fight the orcs than the spiders. The orcs don't poison you. And they're not that fast. So there's the treasury key mold. Get that to be the treasury key. And then we'll go to the treasury and hopefully we can find the dratted Arkenstone. Well, thank you for watching the channel. I hope you really like it. I have a lot of content to go through. Alice, if you're still there, could you do like another Discord invite? In case you want to join the Discord. Let's go to the treasure room. So I'm going to end soon. Pretty much as soon as I finish this level. This is going to become 2 videos on YouTube. One of which I have to bleep myself. That was my fault. I could probably get away with not doing it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, treasure room's on the other side, right? This way. That's the gear room, but I think the next one's the treasure room. I don't look old? Yeah. I was born in 1980, so I am going to be 45 years old this year. I'm never told that I look that old. I do have like a little tiny bit of gray in my beard, but I guess I have a young face, you know? No, everybody always says, oh, you could be, 27 years old. No, thank you, but I'm not. My joints certainly don't feel like they're 27, right? Alright.
To open the treasure chamber, you'll need a new key.
Got the key.
The original was broken when Smaug looted these halls. Go to the forge and ask Bifer to make a new one.
Did that already.
To use the key, you need to expose the keyhole.
Ah, it's the problem.
Each of
Expose
those
the key.
chains lowers that column a bit. You need to pull all 4 chains to lower the keyhole all the way.
Alright, that's the problem. Is exposing the keyhole. Alright, because I think I did 2 of them. Let's get this treasure. Oh, good. I got an antidote. That's still pretty high up. I don't know if it's 1 chain or 2 that I need to find, but... Alright. It definitely looks like there's one right here. Oh! What material do you think the key to the hidden passage of Erebor would be made of? Probably black iron. It's something that's going to last a long, long time. You know, meteoric iron probably, which is what my Morgoth key is made out of, by the way. My Morgoth coin is made out of. But that's what I would imagine. I also have a pen that looks like the key to Erebor. I should have grabbed it while I was over there, where all the Tolkien stuff is. But unlike Dragon Quest 1 keys, exactly. Oh yeah, Moogle, thank you for the Discord invite. I need it on the YouTube side, though. Right. I gotta find these other two. Or, well, I don't know how many more I need, but I need to lower this. Why do I have such good answers? I mean, really, just because this is something that I've dwelt on for a long time. You know, that's really all it comes down to. When you're as obsessed as I am. Okay, I think the best way to go about this would be to... Well, thank you. To start from the forge room, get on the thing there, and then save it, obviously. And, yeah, no, I don't like Game of Thrones. No, I didn't take it in a rude way at all. I'm flattered, actually, but people always say that. Ah, Santa Cruz, you are addicted to Final Fantasy XIV. I knew it would take your life. You read one of those books? I read a little bit of the first book, the one that was called A Game of Thrones, and hated it. Hated it. Actually, you know what? I could copy the link from where Alice posted it earlier and then link you to it. So if you're interested, we have a Discord. I'm going to pop that in the YouTube chat. That's me, by the way. That's my other account. I didn't switch accounts today. Alright, so here's my thought. Oh, wow, I wonder if it's over there. Is there a chain over there? I don't see any chains. Oh, grad school's got your life, huh? Well, what's up, Brendan Weaver? Yeah, I mean, I'm playing it on an emulator, so, but I do actually own the GameCube game. It's downstairs. I never played it. I owned it, but didn't play it until I started streaming. And then I played it for my Twitch. Oh, wait, let me save it here. I played it for my Twitch channel, and then I had the thought of doing it again for the Tolkien channel. The SNES one. Oh, you mean the Lord of the Rings for Super Nintendo? That game was pretty bad. Alright, that one's done, and that one's done. It's the chains that have those, like, large links at the top, it looks like. That game did want to be Ultima, and it is jank, but yeah. I've gotten through it. I mean, that was a game that I played so many times as a kid. Do I have it with me? Do I have the Lord of the Rings for Super Nintendo around here? No, I don't. Oh, well. Until I streamed it, I wasn't able to beat it. He tries to make fantasy... Well, okay. My opinion of George R.R. Martin is that he writes medieval exploitation. If you're understanding me. Actually, I think that was one of the chains there, but I think I might have pulled that one down already. I've pulled that one down. Oh, the PC Lord of the Rings? Yeah, that one is more like Ultima, and it's not such a bad game. And they actually did make 2 of them. They made a Volume 2, although they never made a Volume 3. Oh, it's over there! I would have to react very quickly. I found where it is. Okay. Okay, alright, we gotta ride this around. I found it. I have to react very quickly. He writes medieval... So, you know, obviously he's inspired by The Lord of the Rings, you know, and such things, and there's not one over there. Okay. He came up with the idea for A Song of Ice and Fire when he thought to himself, I wonder what Aragorn's tax policy is. You know? So that's, you know, and he started overly thinking about the logistics and things like that, which is not a bad thing to do because I do the same thing. But he was like, we got to make it grim and gritty and realistic. And he's like, well, you know, it's called fantasy. It's not meant to be realistic. I've never played the PC Interplay game, the one that looks like Ultima. I would like to try that out one day. Actually, I think instead of having to jump off right when I come out... Oh, no, I know what you meant. You got to remember, Walter, I'm replying to 2 different chats at the same time. Okay, so if this leads out to the main room, which I think it does... no, this is not the main. It's the next one. What I'll do is I'll get off in the tunnel. Yeah, just get off here. Alright. That way I don't have to, like, react so quickly. Boy, that was well hidden. It's off in this direction. Oh, there might be enemies here. I hope that's not the case. Well, I got a health potion. I really don't want to deal with any spiders. I don't see any spider holes, though. Alright, well, let's hit this chain. Was that not one of the chains? Alright, wait. Maybe I can climb back up. There were like 2 of them. Bilbo's feet are going to be sore. Yeah. Was I wrong? Oh, wait. No. It looks like there's a chain over there. How would I get to that? Oh, man. I don't know how to get to that. Alright. Boy. I'm in a pickle, aren't I? Alright. Oh, I hurt. Alright, I gotta heal myself. I got hurt from that. There's a chain around here somewhere. And I mean, you know, there's a place for stories like that, too. As a matter of fact... this is a story that has all the things that George R.R. Martin writes about. The difference is this is very good. The Children of Húrin is this sort of thing that he was trying to write the whole time. I don't know how to get up to that part. Maybe from going like that? Alright. I am so stuck here. And that's not all that fun to be stuck, but I'm gonna try something. I think there was a chain on this side. And if that's the case, I may be able to climb up to it. Yeah, right there. Okay. Okay. That's why I saw indigo things over there. Alright. I couldn't get him to hang off the ledge, so I think we just have to be fancy. So let me go ahead and save it before I attempt any of this nonsense. It would have been great if I could just get him to hang off the ledge. But instead I gotta... Oh! That's why I saved it! That's why I saved it. Okay. Actually, it's better if I just... Yeah, like this. Okay. Alright. Alright. Oh, careful. I'm going to save it again. You have to do some really fancy footwork. It would have been easier if I could just get him to grab the ledge. But since he won't grab these ledges... Come on, Bilbo. Oh! That's why I saved it again. That is very hard to do. I mean, the fact that there are indigo points here makes me think I'm doing the right thing. There we go, there we go, there we go. Give me one more. I said give me one more. Alright, we got it. All this to expose a keyhole. Oh god, there's gonna be spiders here, aren't there? Damn it! Why do I let that happen? Oh, alright. The bad news is I got poisoned again. The good news is I leveled up. Chain acquired? What is that for? Alright, well I think this is what I needed to do. Alright, well that didn't open up anything. So that didn't help me at all. But I think that chain is for something, isn't it? This is where I was trying to get, so that's okay. Alright, I got a chain. Now what do I do with it? It is so late. Okay. Jumping on all four chains. What do I do with this missing chain? Yeah, it has been a while. I don't know what to do with this chain. Hold on, let me read this. Okay, a chain that if you... I think I have to go to the treasury room. I'm not sure. The fact that I'm this stuck is kind of disheartening. I don't know which room this is. Let me see what this is. That's the gear room, which means I'm right next to the treasury room. Oh, wrong one. What a pain in my keister. Alright. Well, this does not help. Alright, there's 2 chains there. Okay, I get it. I get it. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I know exactly what I got to do. I think I can climb this up and then put the chain there. Otherwise, I'd have to get a ride. Can I get there? Yes, I can. Okay. So put the missing chain in the thing. Oh my god. Ow. Treasury chain. Unbelievable. And now I just have to actually hop on that chain. Did it! Alright. Now just put the key in there and I'm good. We're Gucci. Let me save it, save it. I have to spend all my money on potions for the last level. I don't think being poisoned is going to be an issue for the final level, but... There's the Arkenstone. We'll grab that last. Finally found it, indeed.
The Arkenstone.
We got it.
The heart of the mountain.
Boy, they made it big. They made it very big there. That's the end of the level. Oh, wow. Wow, there was so much more money to find in that level, huh? Okay. I'm going to make a save here. Well, actually, here. Let me, I don't think I have enough money to buy... Well, get as many as I can. Because we're going to play the last level. Not right now, because we're going to stop. It's 11 o'clock, pretty much. Let me make a save here. We're going to go over the streaming schedule here for YouTube and for Twitch, so... don't go anywhere just yet, guys.